I've gone over a lot on my channel, and the bulk of what I've gone over deals with mindset and offense as it pertains to fighting. What I haven't gone over is defense. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive into defense, which means we're going to go into, in particular, defending against strikes, which means we're going to learn blocking, evading, and deflecting. So first, let's go with blocking. Now, in your stance, you want to make sure, let's go, because people naturally are head hunters, let's go with protecting our face first, our head. When we block, what we want to do is we either want to catch a punch or block. When we block, we want to make sure, turning to this side, that if we block circular attacks, we want to make sure that our hand goes right behind our ear, or at least touches our neck. Now, of course, when we do that here, there's this space right here where a person's punch can slip through. But it's still better than doing nothing, okay? So when I block a punch, I want to come here. And I also want to use, I'm not just using my hand, my arm to block the punch, but I'm using my whole body to stop the punch in its tracks. So when I come here, boom, I stop here, the punch is right here. I actually want to come all the way right here so that this hole right here is the space here is limited as possible. So when I block here, the block is also like a catch as well. It works the same way if I go to this angle. So if they throw to this side, here, I block. I want to pivot this back foot also because it helps with balance and it keeps me rooted to the ground. So when I'm rooted to the ground here, it stops it right in its tracks. Now, depending on the size of your opponent and how much power is behind the punch, that will determine how sturdy your defense will be. Because let's be honest, you might be going up against someone that's maybe 50 pounds heavier than you. So their power is going to be different from someone who weighs the same as you or less than. Does that make any sense? When it comes to catching and slipping, what I want to do is, we've gone over this in the past video, but when I slip a punch, in particular the jab or the cross, all I want to do is move my head out the way enough so it clears the punch. So I don't want to bring my head all the way here, and I don't want to bring my head all the way here. If I'm countering, I can do that. So if I decide to counter, if they throw a punch to the face, I can come all the way down here and then hit them with the jab. And it's the same way if I'm throwing a cross, I slip, boom, across right to their body. But if I just want to clear the space, then what I want to do is come here or here. Okay? Here or here. I don't want to bring my head all the way here. I don't want to bring my head all the way. You don't have to make them miss the punch entirely. They just need to miss so that you clear the space. And it works better also because if I clear here, then I can come back with a counter strike. It's the same thing if I go in that same direction. If I slip their jab here, I slip the jab, boom. Okay? Boom. If I slip the cross, boom. Okay? Boom. It's the same thing. Alright? Now, when it comes to blocking the body, I don't want to, sometimes when you see people when they're taught to block the body, they bring the body all the way here. I don't need to do that. I just need to drop my weight using my arm to protect my body. I'm here, boom. I don't need to come all the way right here because it actually helps him and puts me at a disadvantage. So when I block that body shot, here. When it goes the opposite way, here. So boom, boom, okay? If they decide to hit me with the barrage, boom, 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 boom. So again, boom, 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 okay? It works the same way, opposite way as well. Boom, 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 boom. I can block the other way also. Boom, 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 boom. If they decide to go to the body and they come up here, I can block the body here. Boom. And if they decide to come with the straight, boom. So I can block that rear hook to the body here. And if they decide to come with a lead hand, boom. Okay? Now, when we go into deflections, it's real simple. Now, I can deflect and slip at the same time. So if they decide to come with a jab, I use the rear hand to protect myself against it. The rear hand right here, because I come here, slip, slip, slip. As I'm slipping, I'm deflecting at the same time. So I'm moving their hand out the way at the same exact time. So when they slip, so when I slip, when they throw that jab, boom. It works the same way if they throw their cross. I use the lead hand, boom. Now if you notice, these slips and defensive movements I'm doing are done with the belief that, the stated belief that my opponent is in the same stance as me. So see how I'm an orthodox? They're in an orthodox stance as well. Now, if they're in a southpaw stance or if they're in the opposite stance, then you just do the same thing. The same techniques and ruling applies. So if they throw the cross, I slip here. If they throw the cross, I slip here. If they throw the lead hand, however, then I use the lead hand also right here. Boom. 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 Okay? And the same blocking works the same exact way. So if they decide to throw a lead hook to the body and they're southpaw, I come here. If they come with their rear hand, boom. Okay? Now, there's another block as well where you come up here, you come up, you block with the forearms. Okay? The palms are facing you and you just block with the forearms this way. Now the problem with that is they can fake and they can come around and hit you with a hook shot. Okay? So they can feint, I come this way and that leaves me open for a hook. For example, starting from this side, if they decide to throw that straight jab or cross, I come here, that leaves me open. You see how I'm open? Right? All of this is open. And if it's the same way this side, I block, all of this is open. Okay? But it's still an option that you have to defend yourself against a straight punch, jab or cross. Now, when it comes to the uppercut is best if you evade it. So what you do is you pull. So facing this way, if they decide to come with an uppercut to the head, to my jaw, I just step back. Boom. When I pull, I bring my head all the way back. My rear foot steps back as well. I don't need to take a large step back, which means I don't need to come here. Remember the rule when it comes to evasion? All you have to do is just make them miss. They don't have to miss by a wide margin, they just have to miss. All you have to do is clear the space of that punch. And this helps when it comes to counter striking. So if they decide to throw that uppercut again, lead or rear, I just pull. That's it. That's all I have to do, pull. Okay? I don't want to pull and just come here. And the reason why is because you have to remember the body mechanics. One thing I don't want to do is put a strain on me in any way, shape, or form. So if I just pull here, there's a strain on my lower back. So to avoid that strain, that's why you take that small step back with the rear foot. Boom. 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 Try not to drop that lead hand also. Boom. Boom. But you can also catch the uppercut as well. So if they decide to come with an uppercut, boom, you catch with the rear hand. They throw with the lead hand, boom. Boom. They throw with the rear hand, boom. Now, of course, this is assuming if they are in the southpaw. But if they're in the orthodox stance, if they mirror the same stance as you, then you just apply the same thing and just reverse it. So if they come with the rear uppercut, boom. Come with the lead, boom. Notice how it's the same thing, it's just different if they're in different stances. And I know this looks weird because I don't have anyone here showing you, I don't have anyone here demonstrating the attacks. So I'm basically just going off of visualization. But this can help if you're shadow boxing. So just take that into account. But once again, now we move to the elbows. So when it comes to the elbow, what you want to do is, at the very least, if you come with the elbow to your face, a round elbow, block here, okay? Block here if they're coming directly to the face. If they're coming to your face, to the side of your face, you can still evade, of course. You still pull back. And if they come with the elbow again, boom, here, boom, boom. To the rear with the other side, boom, boom, boom. Okay? You can also just catch the elbow as well. And the best way to catch the elbow, you use the lead hand or you can use both hands. So if they come, the round elbow this way, just stop it right in its tracks. Boom. 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 Same thing with the rear elbow. Boom. Just stop it right in the tracks. Boom. Use the palms of your hands. Boom. Okay? Now, the elbow is a more powerful attack and it's a short range attack. But if they're coming this way, or even if they're coming up this way, if they're coming this way, then you stop it again. Boom. You catch. You catch with the lead hand. Or you catch with the rear hand, depending on which elbow they're throwing. Boom. Now you gotta put force behind it because what you cannot do is just let the attack come straight through. You have to put that force. You have to stop it right there. Okay? So now we have kicks and knees, which means if they're throwing a kick, let's go with the round kick, you want to check that kick. Now, when it comes to checking the kick, you could lean into it, but I would recommend staying away from that because you still take damage, okay? And the idea is to minimize the amount of damage you take, because in the fight, you will take damage. It's highly likely it's going to happen. You can't really work your way around that. No matter how sharp or slick your defense is, you're still going to absorb damage one way or another. It's just a matter of how much damage you take when you get hit. And you want to avoid being hit cleanly as well. So when it comes to checking a kick, if they throw a round kick here, what I want to do is bring my knee up to my elbow. Okay? And I don't want to have my toes pointed to the ground, because if I do that, if they come with a low kick, it'll crash into me. So if I come in and they come with a low kick here, it'll crash into me, which means I end up losing my balance. I run the risk of losing my balance. So what I want to do is, imagine I'm trying to climb the stairs. You're trying to climb the stairs, so when they throw that kick, boom, boom, boom. You want to keep that up right there. It's the same thing the opposite way. If they throw for that rear leg, if they're coming for the body, boom, boom, boom. Bring that knee right to your elbow, okay? You can also catch the kick as well if they throw into the body. So when you catch the kick, depending on if they're coming to your rear side, take the lead hand, come underneath, lock it in. Then you can step back, throw, and then come back with your own strike. Okay? Works the same way if they come into your strong side. So when they throw that kick here, step back, throw, kick. Okay? You can, when it comes to defending the teep, the push kick, you can catch. If they throw that push kick, you catch here, and it's the same thing. Step back, throw, and then come back in with your own attack. You can, since we're talking about throws, if they throw a teep, here, pull here, this way. I'm sorry. So when they throw that teep, I pull, or I can swipe. So when they throw the teep, I swipe, come in, and then throw. Okay? Now, if they throw, depending on what type of teep they throw, I know this is a long video, but bear with me, okay? This is this is a deep dive. So, when they throw the teep, let's say if they're throwing the rear leg in the opposite stance of yours, you swipe, and as you swipe, you step in, and then you can get that throw. So once again, you swipe. The moment you swipe, you go in here, and then you come right in, and then you can throw. Okay, it works the same way the opposite way too. You swipe if they come with the lead leg or the rear leg. So whatever leg they come with, you swipe. As you swipe here, then you step in. Okay? You can also catch. You catch, pull. As you pull, then you can step in with the sweep as well. Boom. Okay? When it comes to the knee, now with any attack, when it comes to the knee, when they shoot straight up, you want to be able to stop it right there. They shoot that knee, boom. You catch that knee right there, boom. You don't want to try to catch with one hand because that knee is coming from when it's coming from the ground up, it'll push your hand back. So you can stop with both hands. Boom. Okay? Boom. Doesn't matter what knee they come with, boom. Okay, if they're coming straight up. Now, if they come with the round knee, of course, then you just step in and clinch. Boom. Okay. Step in and clinch. Boom. Okay. Or you can also catch the round knee as well. So if they come with the round knee this way, boom. 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 If they step in off the rear foot and come with the lead round knee, boom. 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 All right. So these are options you have when it comes to defending against punches, kicks, elbows, knees. This has been a real deep dive, but I owe it to you guys because you can't just rely strictly on offense. Your opponent is a live opponent. They're going to attack you. So you need to be able to work around your opponent's strikes. You need to be able to defend against your opponent's strikes. And you need to be able to counter your opponent's strikes. I appreciate you guys for sticking and watching this whole video through. If you like the video, save it, share it, study it. I appreciate you guys for liking and for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, train daily.